What's up, guys? It's your boy Chef from Off the Dome, back with another video. And today we're talking about Kanye West and the Big Boy interview. I think it was a good interview, actually a great interview. And although I still, you have to be skeptical with people who've been basically living one life and change over to another life all of a sudden. But I always thought Kanye was a different person. He may be a little bit of an a-hole sometimes, but it happens. So, let's get into it. This interview was not even... Big Boy tried to ask the questions. Kanye, some of them he didn't answer. Majority of them he did answer. He was trying to deflect. I think he has so much built-in passion and stuff he wanted to get off his chest, and a lot of things he wanted to talk about, that the interview kind of went all over the place. But he said some things here that were amazing. How he basically took the Killer Mike standpoint with the whole, there's two masters. He spit some real game about how are we still having record labels in 2019. And he's correct. How can you still have a record label in 2019 when you have all these streaming services, when you have all these YouTube platforms, these video platforms, you have all these things? Why are there still people signing to record labels? And then he said something really deep about the culture. Well, who owns the culture? It's not your culture if they're making money off it, but you're not. And black people ourselves, we don't own the rap culture. We don't own the R&B culture. He's right about that. He talked about how he's the same guy that said that George Bush hates black people, how he stood up for gay people and said stop using the F word in rap songs, got ridiculed. And I do remember him getting ridiculed. He has been an innovator and a pioneer in a lot of things. He says a lot of off-the-wall things that people say are retarded and stupid. But now it's 2019, they think it's woke. But he's been saying this for decades. Kanye, that's why I never understood why anybody ever called him a coon. The whole Trump thing might have looked a little crazy and he might have been saying some things that was off the wall. But overall, I don't think he's doing all this for just clout, so-called. I think he honestly believes some of this stuff. Because he was the same guy that got backlash for the Taylor Swift stuff. He's always went against white people and certain things they did, but he's always been fair. So I think Kanye's trying to get back to the point where you're allowed to agree with certain things that Trump does, you're allowed to disagree with certain things he does. And the album itself, he kind of went back and admitted his wrongs, which I was wondering if he's going to do that, because he talked about how it was the devil's music he was making and how rap music is the devil's music. He did stick by that statement, but he's saying that he can't blame the other people because he was once part of that industry literally a year ago. He was making songs about, "You're such fucking I love it." The Life About Pablo, that was more of a gospel thing. But Kanye's always had gospel elements in his music, like he said in the interview. He's always had gospel production and interpolation side of his music. Just listen to, you can see it a little bit on Graduation, but it's more in my Dark Twisted Fantasy. And The Life of Pablo is the standout album that really does show that he wants to transition to the gospel music scene. I've only listened to 3 tracks from Jesus King. I'm going to review the album. But so far, I think it's a decent listen. I like the way he does the take on hymns. And Big Boy did ask a good question about how would he ever perform his old songs again. He said, do you still look for the same iPhone 4 in the store? And he's correct. Sometimes, yes, people want to look at your catalog, people want you to perform the old songs. And he said that he admitted that some of the songs would sound off beat, some of them would sound wrong with him taking the curse words out and replacing them with a Jesus type of message. But if this is what Kanye wants to do, if he's trying to edify the name of Jesus Christ, he should do what he believes in. Like you said, America's a place where you should be able to express your love for Jesus, Muhammad, anyone you worship and serve. And he's right. And last but not least, my favorite quote from the interview, of course, is, "You can't do nothing for nobody." He really did show that he really has been on everyone's side. All his years of career, he stood up for gays, he stood up for blacks, he stood up for whites, he stood up for conservatives, he stood up for liberals, he stands up for Obama, he stood up for Trump. He stood up for almost everyone in different scenarios. And even with the Taylor Swift debacle, Taylor Swift forgave him. She tried to conjure up some beef, but then Kim Kardashian exposed her. He stood up for Kim, even though people saying don't wipe their hoe, but look what Kim has turned out to be. She's a smarter businesswoman than half these Instagram thoughts out here. So Kanye has really been on every side, which we should do as a public. We need to stop saying we need to be on one side and that's it. We need to have logic and listen to all sides. So that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think about the Big Boy Kanye West interview. I thought it was a great interview. I thought although some things he didn't explain, he explained a lot more than I thought he was going to explain. That's all I have to say, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We got new videos coming for you every day. This your man, Chef, And this is Off the Dome, the official YouTube channel for everything music, for everything gaming, for everything wrestling. Peace out, and I'll see you later.